The Nepalese caste system is the traditional system of social stratification of Nepal. The Nepalese caste system broadly borrows the classical Hindu chaturvrnashram model consisting of four broad social classes or varna: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. The caste system defines social classes by a number of hierarchical endogamous groups often termed jat. This custom was traditionally only prevalent in the Hindu Aryan societies of the Khas, Madeshi, and Newars. However, since the unification of Nepal in the 18th century, Nepal's various Tibetan immigrant nationalities, Adivasi Janajati, have been incorporated within the caste hierarchy, to varying degrees of success. Despite the forceful integration by the state into the pan-Hindu social structure, the ethnic indigenous groups and tribes do not necessarily adhere to the customs and practices of the caste system. Traditional caste system. Caste origin Hill Parbatiya Hindu groups Khas. The social structure of caste origin Hill Hindu or Khas groups is simple, reflecting only three groups in hierarchy, with the distinct absence of the Vaishya and Shudra varnas. Much of the previously animist, tribal Khas population of the western Nepal region acquired the Kshetri status in the 1850s with the proclamation by the Rana Prime Minister Young Bahadur Rana, making Kshetris the most populous caste, tribe of Nepal. The mother tongue of these groups is Nepali and its various dialects. In 2001 the CBS recorded only 9 groups in the caste origin Hill Hindu groups. Caste origin Madesh Hindu groups, Madeshi. The social structure of the caste origin Madeshi Hindu groups is complex, reflecting 4 Varna groups with distinct hierarchical structure within them. These various cultural groups belong to 4 distinct language groups: Maithili, Bajika, Bhojpuri, Taru and Awadhi. In 2001 the CBS recorded 43 caste origin Hindu groups in the Madesh. Caste origin Nepal Mandala groups, Newars. The case of Newar is exceptional. This group presents a complicated social structure, not only reflecting the model of 4 Hindu Varna categories, but is also clearly divided into 2 distinct religious groups, the Hindu and the Buddhist. Newars are divided internally into distinct cultural groups of over 25 occupational caste categories who share a common language, mother tongue, Nepal Bhasa and its regional dialects. Mulaki Ain 1854. The Nepali Civil Code Mulaki Ain was commissioned by Young Bahadur Rana after his European tour and enacted in 1854. It was rooted in traditional Hindu law and codified social practices for several centuries in Nepal. The law also comprised prayaschita, avoidance and removal of sin, and akara, the customary law of different castes and communities. It was an attempt to include the entire Hindu as well as non-Hindu population of Nepal of that time into a single hierarchic civic code from the perspective of the Khas rulers. Terai and Newar Brahmins and Kshatriyas were officially placed below their Khas equivalents. Similarly, serious limitations and oversights of this code include the complete exclusion of the large middle-ranking Terai groups. Most notable contradiction is the inclusion of previously non-Hindu tribes, Adivasi Janajati groups, as well as non-Nepalis including Muslims and Europeans into the hierarchical fold. Hierarchies of major caste, ethnic groups in Nepal according to Mulaki Ain. The social values preached by the Mulaki Ain, however, were providing restrictive, anachronic and out of step with the spirit of times. These values were seen as a potent instrument of Rana political repression. After the Rana regime, caste rules relating to food, drink and intercaste marriage were openly lauded, but the Mulaki Ain had not been abrogated. In 1963, legal code was replaced by new 1964 legal code. The legal recognition to caste and all the discriminatory laws made on the grounds of caste were ceased. The caste system today. The caste system is still intact today, but the rules are not as rigid as they were in the past. In 1962, a law was passed making it illegal to discriminate against other castes, led all castes to be equally treated by the law. Education is free and open to all castes. The caste system conjoins a structural class divide which persists, in which lower castes, ethnicities are generally socio-economically are not equal like those of higher castes, ethnicities. Recent research has also shown that when it comes to Nepali people's impressions of social change, poverty, human resources and region explain more of the variation than ethnicity, caste or religious belonging, i.e. people's perception of their own social situation has more to do with geography and objective social class, than with their association with the groups that the state has based its internal social policy on. Participation of Caste Brahmins in civil service is 41.3% in spite of its population size of less than 13%. The population of Newars is around 5%, but its occupancy in civil service is more than one-thirds, 33.2%. The population of Caste Kshetras constitutes 17.6%, but its participation is mere 14.7%. If these major three castes, Caste Brahmin and Kshetras, and Newars combine together their shares in the government of Nepal, civil service employment is 89.2% in 1991. Their dominance is reflected in education, administration and economical activities of the nation. Among those 73.8% in higher education belong to higher castes, 22.0% Janajatis and 2.9% Dalit. They have become major decision makers in the bureaucracy of Nepal has become crystal clear. In terms of income generation, Newars have the highest per capita income of 38,193 rupees. Caste upper castes come next with an average income of 24,399 rupees. Adivasi Janajatis ranks third with an average income of 15,630 rupees, Dalit 12,114 rupees and Muslim ranks the lowest, 11,014 rupees. The democratic transitions also failed to be inclusive management and functioning governance mainly because government was unable to understand and articulate the spirit of all Nepalese people irrespective of their caste, gender, ethnicity, and religion. In this process the left-outs were oppressed class Dalits, women, the poorest of the poor, powerless and the second-class citizen and indigenous nationalities Adivasi Janajatis. In Nepal, high castes dominate 91.2% among the prominent position in politics and bureaucracy. The Dalits, who constitute 12.8% of the total population of the country, have no representation in the higher echelons of power. Gurung, H. 2006. Similarly, the Janajati has 36.0% of the total population of the country, has representation of 7.1%. In terms of education, 88.0% of Caste Brahmins and Kshetras, and Newars have access to school, 12.0% have never been to school. More than 50% of Hill Dalits, 47.0% of the Tarai Dalits, 48.0% of the Muslims and 30% of the Hill Adivasi Janajatis have never been to school. Census, 2001. In recent times, following the overthrow of the Nepali monarchy and move towards a federal republic, ethnicity and caste have taken center stage, the indigenous peoples Adivasi Janajati who make up a third of the country having been guaranteed rights that have not yet been fulfilled. There is an observable reaction to this among certain Caste Brahmin and Kshetri groups, seeking to prevent group-based rights from becoming an important factor in the country that earlier had a political system associated with group-based discrimination. Certain outside analysts have suggested that seeking a balance in approach requires addressing both specific indigenous historical injustices while creating a common citizenship for all marginalized citizens regardless of identity, which remains a particularly challenging issue for Nepal. See also: Gender inequality in Nepal, Ethnic groups in Nepal, Newar caste system, Caste system in India. References. Further reading. Caste discrimination. South Asian Human Rights Documentation Center. Nancy E. Levine. Caste, State, and Ethnic Boundaries in Nepal. The Journal of Asian Studies, Volume 46, No. 1 Feb. 1987, pp. 71–88 doi, 10.2307, 2056667. Nepal, Towards a Democratic Republic, Caste, Ethnicity and Inequality in Nepal. Economic and Political Weekly. External links. The complete reference to Brahmins. Material from this site has been borrowed for this article with the permission of Dr. Vepacheju. Interview with Ian Martin, Caste-Based Discrimination in Nepal, the 23rd of October 2006. Nepal, UN welcomes new law on caste. Nepal was